And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time, Panzer Corp 2 in Kuybyshev. We got another snowing, frozen turn with a clear turn following up. We did lose a couple of units over that end turn. We lost, what, I think it was 2 Broken Pioneer and one of our regular Pioneer. I think it was one of the veteran ones as well, which is fine. Oh no, it's not one of the veteran ones. It's the new one. We just attached a hero to it. Okay, a little less painful then. So we'll replace the Pioneer. So that's going to be 6 space. Or do I want to... Let's actually... let's truck mount that one. And then we'll take another Tiger 1 in for our placements. It would get you to surrender, but then we run the problem of... You also need to heal, yes. Okay, I'm gonna take a slight risk here. The main risk is to the Broken Pioneer, at least. Okay, so we got you surrendered. We've got another batch we're gonna have to encircle and try to suppress down as well. Easy solution to the encirclement is to move there. I suppose we will do with one of those. I need to probably shield the artillery at least somehow. Oops. Got the artillery there. Okay. Not super ideal. If it wants to kill the artillery, it has to go back into the encirclement. Although it will have recovered this impression. Ah, darn, there's some wizard retreat too. At least we can clear the landmine safely now. Okay, so we got you surrendered. It provides decent AA coverage. And if these guys are probably running north, and we might as well heal the planes here. Don't think I'm necessarily taking this map the best way, but we're definitely making progress. Slowly turning away the Soviet forces and moving on the two remaining objectives west of the Volga, besides the one in the Volga Bend. Okay, so we took that area. Took that area by retreating into it. Always. Always a little bit close to me to that. Definitely feeling the squishiness of our units in some cases. Because a lot of our infantry is still the old starter game infantry, not the new 43s. Oh dear, they surrendered. That's bad. So that's another Vera infantry surrendering. I think that's one of the new ones. Unless it was the upgraded old one. Okay. Got everything suppressed except for the T-38 down here. Wait for that suppression to kick in a little bit before we start trying to take advantage of it. Okay. Let's try that deployment mix. Yeah, I don't care. We want better AA guns so we can actually bring the planes to bear heavily. Goodbye. Okay, so we can suppress that enough that we can do an overrun with the tank. Quite an overrun. Okay, so that'll just clear it either way. It's not too bad of a plan. Split the Tiger, split the Panzer up. I do a force march, does that get me to range? No, not quite. Oh, actually, no, I could... Yeah, that would work. We'll do that. Roll up, get rid of the artillery. At this point, we can have the dive bomber come in and soften that vehicle up. Let's have the ankles come over, soften up the guys we have encircled. And again, we're expecting icy weather, or snowing weather, so we're not going to be able to get our fighter planes to do anything super useful. Although at least we've got enough of the artillery out of the way, we can get these guys to come in and strafe up the anti-tank, or the artillery. It's anti-tank, which is not quite what we're doing, we're strafing up the artillery. Okay, I think that's our turn here. We got a little bit of motion we could do here, but we'll take a defensive posture around the artillery, which is what we're gonna continue to do. And it's a bit of a shame that we won't be able to have the AA because of the snow fire at any of these planes, because we could probably take some of them down. At least take a couple of them down between them and the fighters if it wasn't going to be snowing the next turn. Okay, so it's back around to us. Is on the snowy turn, which is a bit of a shame. Swap to anti-tank mode. We get 1 to 2, which probably isn't worth taking. Take the heal. I don't think we'll have the time to take attack. Probably just stay there for the moment. Okay, I'd like to surrender. No, I'm trying to do the heal game. If I can click right. Of course, this is deep forest. Okay. So you're gonna get another force suppression, you're gonna get another force suppression, although you have none. You're gonna get some suppression. Can I undo that? I can undo that. That was dumb, and I should not have done that. That's what we should have done, right? Is we block it in so it can't retreat, then we can get it to surrender. I'm surprised they didn't make it route. I would like to leave you covered, so we're going to heal this tank rolling up, which can roll up into your rear, which we will do. Okay, supposed to be a clear following day, so we can get the planes involved again. Soviet artillery got itself completely suppressed, attempting to attack one of our units. We are on the old history path, so this is the last gasp of the Soviet forces, so it's maybe not surprising there's a lot of them. What I've been forgetting about, this guy's got the hero. That means I don't have to have them fully encircled to make them surrender. Let's go to get into routing. Haven't been making good use of that. Yeah, they didn't hit it. Shame. Would have been quite an effective swing. Of course, you can't move. Get rid of the AA gun. So as I can finish it off with the bomber. Bring in good old trusty dive bomber. The guarantee does at least as good as the prediction says. Got one. One of the strategics can hit you. No, don't do that one. It's got a predictor of 0. That's probably going to do like no damage. You should really come over here and on those guys. Ankle? Yeah, I suspect the carpet bombers are not going to do it. Oh, no, we're getting a particular one, so there's some chance this one might do it. There we go. Needed the 2. Yeah, that's still going to be a 2, so we need at least to wait a turn. Then that's our implement a little bit more. And then we have the Hulk Wolves. We don't quite have the range to get out to you. We did retake that base. I don't think we're going to lose that base against it. Probably worth rebasing the fighters. We didn't rebase them earlier because I was worried about losing the base during the ice. During the snow, which we did, so that was a good plan. We got clear weather on the next turn, so that should be fine. Giving the Soviets a go. Well, we could have a fighter come in here to finish off one of our bombers. That would be bad. Although the Soviets aren't necessarily that target fixated, so I think our fighters, or I think our bombers might survive. Although they will definitely need to take a turn to heal. Really sortie again. Come up into the close terrain where the infantry can actually hurt you badly. Prediction of 4, so we soften you up. The infantry might actually literally be able to just delete you. Yep. Ah, it's 5 to the 1. Oh no, I wanted an AA mode. Hit you, let's hit you. Drops it to 4. Oh, it didn't quite drop to 4. Okay. Left it with 1. We can get rid of that with a dive bomber. Yeah, I can take the airfield. Wink. Okay. We've done there and done there. Got the push here, which is actually going to start involving tanks moving east. Finally cleared out the western portion of this line. Okay, and that one. I'm gonna get it back. Let it edge back in return. We're doing a bunch of damage to you. Scoot, shoot. Scoot, shoot. Scoot and shoot. Yeah, we got the carpet bombers free again. Because of the location of the fighters here, we probably don't want to carpet bomb there, so this might be a turn where the carpet bombers don't do much. But it's a dirt airfield, we can't rebase to it. That one is a sealed, paved one, so we can rebase to there when we take that one. That one's a dirt one as well. So these 4 bombers might not be super useful, although a couple of them should definitely take the opportunity to heal. Even though it's a little bit wasteful because they're gonna have to they're not gonna be able to do any strikes next turn either. So this is maybe just not a good turn for them. We're in a range of view, are we? Okay. Some salmon to the strong point. We got one left. Can't hit the cavalry there. Can't hit the infantry in that city. Might as well bomb KV. We're gonna get shot with the A, but that's not gonna be too bad. Okay, Soviet turn. We got 2 of the 7 objectives we need to take, not including the one we start with. A high experience pioneer there, showing why high experience is very valuable, as it takes 1 damage and does like 5 back in return. Oh, you're the one that can just make people surrender if they can make them out. You don't need that for the cavalry here. Shouldn't have needed that for the cavalry there, but apparently I may in fact have needed it. Excuse me, when we bring a tiger in to kill confirm. So if they're really based at that airbase, they're going to get shot down. Well, that works for me, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. Okay, makes you surrender. No retreat path. Okay, got them to surrender. If this is a fort, it is going to start opening fire on us, and probably was opening fire on the tank, to be fair. Yeah, we can't shoot you, and we know there's not going to be any planes actually for a while, so drop you into anti-tank mode. In case any vehicles roll up while we're in the middle of the attack here. Might as well shoot up the artillery, because our bombers won't come in anytime soon, so the AAs. As long as the AA stays in AA mode, it's not a particular threat. Okay, that bunker's not in my way anymore. Rapidly driving our now surplus Western troops east. It's icy time, so we might as well get the aircraft recovered. All the way. And then we'll give the Soviets another turn. Okay, they were able to rebase. The rebasing rules are sometimes a little confusing. Okay, you can take like 1 damage. Isn't too concerning. You might take a little bit more. Oh, you only took 1. They're probably gonna take more. Yeah, they took 2. This 2 is not that much more than 1. Oh, and it's going to be snowy next turn. So our planes are really useless for a couple turns here. You can't quite get it surrounded the way I'd like it this turn. I'm tempted to take that attack, although that's just gonna drive it back. That's not quite what we want. Okay, no, the snowy turn, so the planes are a little useless this turn. Yep, more Soviet conscripts. I feel that's one of the reasons our troops appear to be performing so well. It's just a bunch of conscripts. Oh dear, we lost an 88. That's a shame. At this point, our 88s would have been pretty veteran. Let's pull one of the ones out of the reserve. I think we have one in the reserve. No, I don't have one in reserve. Okay, never mind, we need to buy one. Yeah, one of the perks you can take is that units respawn at the end of battles with 1 hit point if they're destroyed, which is Really nice if you really want to value your unit's existence, let's say. Do I suppress the fort? Probably. At this point, you're running out of places to run away to. Might be able to run away to there. Yeah, let's suppress the fort. There we go. Yeah, it should be enough to get you to surrender. We'll just yoink that objective. You're gonna probably want to destroy the fort. Probably want better results than that. But I'm not sure we're gonna be able to do it this turn. Yeah, and then we need to sort of get these guys out and down into the open areas. We don't want to be fighting through the forest too much. Although fighting northward into the bottom of the Stavka bunker is probably the way to go about doing it. Oh, that's probably the one we're going to do it with. Okay. So we'll split you, so there's no retreat path. Then we have you finish that guy off. Yeah, I think we'll just leave that guy in circle. It's going good enough. Oh, that's where my third 88 is. We have it on the map. That's why I'm like, why don't I have reinforcements? I thought we had 3 at some point. I only remember having 2 deployed. The answer is no, we got all 3. Yeah, I think that's this turn. Next turn, we'll actually be able to use the planes. Although, we won't be able to use the planes, because the planes will spend the entire turn rebasing to the new base. Yep, Soviet turn. Oh, we did actually cause one of the Soviet planes to crash due to not being able to rebase. I think that was, yeah, that was only half a broken pioneer, so it was a little bit of a bad day for that half, but half has survived, in effect. There comes the Soviet armor. Lose the armored car. No, although we might. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a follow-up. overrun. What is the overrun gonna do? Run away. Okay. Okay, that will work. Yeah, I'll happily take a suppression point to do some damage. We're not gonna take a 4-2. Suppose I can put you on the train and drive you down the train tracks. Oh, actually, I think I need a city unloading spot. So I need to clear a spot first for you to unload, would probably be the way to go about doing that. And then you should be able to unload in that city. Hmm. Take some suppression from the cavalry. Increases the likelihood. Really do with a little bit more suppression. Sounds like I can probably bring in one of the Folkbolts to strafe. That might do it. And that should get you to surrender. There we go. We have the T-34. Okay. Yeah, I think the polar bombers are probably out of range. I say as we see that one of them is in fact in range. You're out of range. That's on a sealed airfield. We do have that sealed airfield. I think that's protected enough we can rebase to it safely. I guess the Dorniers have one more range than the Heinkels do. And you can rebase the dirt one. We're going to get snow in the next turn, so I was going to put it down here, but I'm not sure if we're going to actually hold that airbase for very long, because we've pulled the troops off from the surrounding area. There was, I think, one conscript in the forest here that can come back out to take up the base again. Cycle the turn. And I think once the Soviet turn here is done, we're going to go ahead and take another part break. Take the time to get a cup of tea. Definitely an interesting predicament for a lot of our tanks. A lot of our troops, actually. I think we're still definitely... Well, at this rate, I don't think we're going to lose. We've got 20 turns to take 4 objectives. So it's really just how much prestige do we burn trying to take those objectives. And how many veteran units we lose trying to do it quickly. Yeah, I'm going to resist playing this turn right now, and we're going to go ahead and put the part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. I think in the next part we will try to finish out the map. We got 4 points to take. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we deal with what we got in front of us right now, that there might not be anyone between us and what's left. I think it's the guys that have sort of defend locales on that are actually attacking us right now, sort of rallying to defend the forward points. So I think by the time we clear out these guys, it will probably be pretty quick for the rest of the map ending. So it's probably going to be one-parter. Finish this map off. If it ends up being a 2-parter, hopefully I remember to put a part break in. I had to do editing last time to break the otherwise 2-hour part into one, or into 2 separate parts. So if you're watching YouTube, probably part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a moment to get up and make a cup of tea. So I'll be back as soon as the cup of tea is made. This is good old tea time in the middle of the stream. So until the next part, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next one, and bye for now.